Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now last episode we did manage to make it up into January of 1937. There hasn't been any territory changes yet, so we're just going to hop right back into the game. Alright, here we are. Now I'm still basically just, let's unpause the game. Crank it up to speed, let's put it on speed 4 for now. Can run pretty smoothly on speed 4. And still do what I want to do. We're still basically just setting everything up. Let's actually toggle that off. Most of the guys that the units that have been being created, I've been putting over in Poland, and I think just as a test to see how competent the AI is, and I have a feeling the AI is not terribly competent. Not in this game, at least. I'm gonna leave the conquest of Poland up to the AI. I see 8%. Nice. Nice. Very good. Those decays are going to be really important. Not terribly important right now, but I think if it's... Yeah, here's all the decays, all your values. So whenever I talk about decay, I don't know how much... Some of you guys may be really good at this game. I know I've had some people say, please go slowly. I don't really know how to play the game. I don't really know what you're talking about. As you... let's see, that's theory, this is practical. As you get combat experience, you get practical, and as you do research and construction, I'm pretty sure that gives you theory, so we have some artillery theory and some artillery practical. This number, the higher these numbers, basically the less it costs to build them, and the quicker they get built, but those numbers decay over time. So whenever we see, so we go, whenever we research these things, that's basically knocking down how much that value decays over the years and months. We're actually just about to finish up another army corps. This one's going to go to Poland as well. I want to make sure that Poland gets everything it needs. I keep saying Poland. The Polish front. I can't wait for Hearts of Iron 4. I really can't, because I'm gonna do so many playthroughs of Hearts of Iron 4. So this one's going to get attached to the 3rd Army, just like everything else. So the 3rd Army comprises of... It's a full army now, 5 army corps. Each of those army corps is made up of 5 divisions. So now they're going to spread these guys out along here. They must be putting like some guys here because they are anticipating hostilities with Czechoslovakia. There's not going to be any hostilities there, though. We're just going to... that's going to get peaceful... Well, mildly peacefully annexed. Peacefully annexed in the sense that we're going to go in there and take everything from them. So now we have the Von der Town, the Graf Zeppelin, Strasser. Okay, I'm excited for these to be finished, because once those are finished, it's going to free up IC for building more tanks and more mobile, some more mobile divisions. Right now, I'm focusing on... I feel like in this game, I've never made enough just regular infantry divisions. I usually tend to focus on like other interesting things, like tons of aircraft and things like that, but it usually ends up backfiring on me because there's usually just not enough staying power on my front lines to let other things, come into fruition. All right, we got another plane done. That's going to go here. So that was 3, and oh, there we go. So I believe we told it to do 8? Really? We told it to do 8? That was a weird number. Or is this counted in the 5? I don't know. I will just wait and see. How are we doing here? So we got... This one's fully funded, and this one's 38% funded, so definitely going to need a little bit more IC devoted to production. But like I said, every single time we build something, we get that experience, and the IC cost goes down. So the more we build, the quicker the future ones are going to be built. Now, Anschluss of... Am I pronouncing that right? Anschluss? Diplomacy... Anschluss of Austia. I feel like... I don't speak German. I feel like I'm pronouncing that correctly. What do we need? Must be at least March 1st... Okay, so we have to wait till 1938 before we're going to start acquiring any more territory. March 1st, 1938. So that's 1 year from now. Depending on how quickly we go through this, we might be able to hit that. Did we not throw down that CAG, or is that the other one? That was the other one, was it? Oh yeah, those are both done now. So now, yeah, that about 9 IC went into funding this Panzer Division here. Actually, let's actually keep it on this screen as we go to finish this. It's going to be finished on April 8th, so in a few weeks here. I want to see exactly how much that, you know, practical construction experience knocks down the next one. So right now it's 15.85 industrial capacity. And on March 8th, when that finishes, we'll see what it jumps to. 15.2. So it knocked it down a little over, like 0.65, a little over one, or half an IC. It's not too bad. It was only one, one plane we constructed, or one squad, not one plane, one squadron. And we are currently flying Hinkle 111s. Alright, good. So, the first couple episodes of this is going to be pretty dry. There's not going to be any combat. It's just going to be research, construction, cranking it up to speed 5, flying through the game. But that's what happens when you start in 1936. And I always prefer to start in 1936. I like having, control from the beginning, being able to customize my nation how I like it. I feel like these radar installations are a little overpowered, honestly. I mean, I only have 5 radar installations installed right here. I have radar up to level 5. And I have... Look, I can see units down to Genoa here. Look at that. Look how far away that is. Look, I could practically almost see to Scotland. See halfway across England. And that's from, right here. We did not gain descent. That's very good. Alrighty. So what's going to be the next thing we build? Next, we've got a group of radar installations coming up. Oh, the Humanity, the Hindenburg just went down. Those will be finished on May 24th, so in 2 weeks. Alrighty. So we're going to take a look at this too. 2.6 is what we're spending on each. Basically, what we're spending on what's it called? On radar installations right now would basically fund the production of an entire Panzer division. So it's a bit of a... Oh, there we go. We finished up. It isn't a commitment. So let's crank this up to level 10. I feel like this is something that could have been done much better. Is the radar. Radar was super important, and you basically just build them, and it gives you unlimited sight. Look at this. I can see all the ground units. It's like, what's the point in, intel and whatnot? Like this, where is it? There's a map mode down here. Intel map mode? What the hell is the point in this map mode? You just... using the radar installation, I can clearly have a very clear sight on so many things. I don't know if maybe it's just... I feel like there was... maybe different groups of people, different teams working on different aspects of the game, and they weren't maybe like communicating what was happening with their projects very well, so like some things got really overlapped. Like Intel and the radar. Things like that. Sorry, I'm just messing around with my keyboard real quick there. Alright, what did we build? Oh, we finished one of those Panzer divisions. Let's throw them in there. 5 more of these. Should we add this to Poland? Yeah, why don't we? Probably going to be the last thing we add in over here, too. Should be enough. And we're going to attach this. I think the 3rd army is full. It is, so we're going to need to create another army. And then, this is the 4th army. This is going to be attached to the 2nd army group. There we go, so that's all under one umbrella now. Okay, that looks good. I feel like they should they get some bombers? Let's attach these to these guys over there. He has control of them, and why don't we give them some fighters too? Will they use those? Yep, they moved them. Okay. Okay, good. They moved them all over here, and hopefully they'll use them accurately. I hope so. I've never really used the AI very much. I never had much faith in it, so I'm hoping it'll do its job well. I don't know if it will or not. Yeah, okay, we take a look at this right now. That went from 2.6 to 2.13, so every single time we complete something, it's freeing up more IC for stuff down the road. Yeah, finishing that Panzer Division knocked about 1 IC off. You can see right here. This will be done February 1938, December 3rd. Okay, that's only 35% funded, that's why. Why don't we... I don't know. I feel like the ships aren't maybe not as important as the tanks are right now. Not really sure. Amelia Earhart has disappeared. Unfortunate for her. Sometimes I wonder why they put those little historical things in. I mean, these games can teach you a lot about history, but I feel like they either should have, you know, had it affect the game some way, so you actually cared about what was happening. I guess maybe some sort of, buff or debuff or some sort of choice. Alright, tactical command structure. Okay, that one. Let's actually take a look at that. That was land over here, so... This one. Don't want to get too far ahead on some of these things, like these... we could keep the 1938s on there, I guess. These hard ones, because they'll take longer. Make sure they get going. Alright, so the naval stuff we got on there, air stuff, we got the air stuff we want on there. Yeah. A lot of the... It looks like a lot of the naval and the air stuff is going to complete in the next few months. Let's crank this right back up. We're just going to try to... I'm playing on speed 5 a lot right now just because I'm trying to blow through the beginning here. First couple of years as quickly as we can so we can get to the interesting stuff. I mean, it's not going to start to get interesting until March of this coming year. Because that's when Austria is going to fall. And then after that we'll get... What is it? The Vienna Accord or the Treaty of Munich? Something like that. That's where you get the Sudetenland around the edge of Czechoslovakia here. Alright, so you're going to start your own. You're going to start a new one here. I like to group the interceptors in groups of 3. Whenever possible. Alright, so these are going to be done October 22nd. So we got a little ways there. Alrighty. Alright, okay. Okay, we're doing okay. The ships, I keep considering, like, in the back of my head, taking those ships and dropping them down to the bottom of the list, but do you think 10 or 2 full armored corps is going to be enough to do France, or do I need 3? I feel like 2 is going to be enough right now. I'm definitely going to need more infantry, though, because right now it's pretty sparse. I mean, I have good frontline troops, but I need reserves. I'm going to need to fill in the gaps and stuff, too. As these come up, I'm going to knock them off here, so we're not devoting research to stuff that's not terribly important. When I play multiplayer, it's funny, because normally what we do is, Germany basically has 0 navy whatsoever, and Italy basically has 0 air force whatsoever, and then we basically just we cover each other. My friend in his massive Italian navy will take the seas, and me with my giant German air force will take the airs and send planes over. Either just lend the entire squadron to him, like let him control them, or just have him request their aid somewhere. What the fuck was I doing? That's what I was doing. Taking that off. Just thinking about plans for the future. Gonna take Denmark. Gonna try to take Norway. I should take Sweden, and if I should take Sweden, I feel like I should take Sweden too. I think that's a good idea. I mean, they try to stay neutral, but if I can, I'm gonna try to. When the war starts up, things are gonna unravel pretty quickly. Spawning, so tech. Yep, these are starting to finish up. Right, well, we started in January. It's August now. Nationalist Spain annexed Republican Spain. So we have Nationalist Spain. Now, is that going to be good for me or bad for me? I don't remember. So we have Nationalist Spain. Let's take a look at diplomacy. So let's go to Europe. And where is it? Nationalist Spain. Highest threat. What does their flag look like? That's them right there. So... basically the guys who are going to join normally I think Republican Spain normally wins because I normally see them going up there, going up towards the Allies, but we're gonna try to get Spain on our side. So let's we have a diplomat en route right now. Let's actually AI control that. AI control intelligence. Okay, that's all AI controlled. So hopefully we get Spain on our side. That'd be nice. I'd be cool with that. That would be really good. Oh, and look at this radar now. Look from that one spot where we have the radar maxed out. Look at the sight range. It's huge. Look at that circle. And it's not just the sight range. I can see units in Russia. I can see units in Russia from the Maginot Line with that. Look at that. That is amazing. It seems wildly overpowered to me. Okay, so let's crank this back up to 5. I keep saying, I'm just going to try to keep sprinting through this as quickly as we possibly can. I feel like I want a little bit more troops in Poland. Probably another army corps. But I'm definitely going to need, like, I would like in a perfect world, I'd like a full nother army fighting over here. And by over here, even though the map's not up, I of course mean France. All right, let's take those out. 1939, 1939, 1939, 1939. All right. I'm not gonna have a massive fleet like the Americans and the British are. So it's going to be. I want to make sure that everybody is as best as they can be. Let's make the Scharnhorst the pride of the fleet. Can make it fight better. Ooh, and we can invite Italy? Japan, no, Japan. So we're gonna go Asia? We're gonna go Asia. So, Japan. If I was Japan, I'd be right there. Invite to faction. I control. Invite to faction, there we go, accept. Alright, so, okay, good. So Japan has joined the Axis. Sorry about the little interruption there, just texting my wife for a second. Trying to make lunch plans. Not even for today, lunch plans for later in the week. Right, so it's October. When did we start? We started in January, and it's October now, so we're making some progress through this. Naval, gonna keep knocking these off as they come. How are we doing on officers? I feel like we need a little bit more, but let's crank it up a little bit. Let's go to 1.5. No, not 2.5. Let's go to yeah, that's good right there. Okay, there we go. Checking out the... Okay, I'm probably going to let these go, because 1938's creeping up on me, so I'll probably just leave those in. Oh, we have... Okay, we have 27 projects of 26 possible, so it's... yeah, we can leave them when we're just about where we need to be. Okay, here's another infantry army corps. So this one's actually... I'm going to put this one over here. Alright, so we're going to make a Army Corps Command Center. We're going to attach it to the 2nd Army. There we go. So the 2nd Army is made up of... Okay, 5 corps now. So that's a full army. Now, let's put these guys... I feel we need to start stacking the border correctly. So let's... You guys... well, let's select everybody. You guys move there. You guys move here. Select you guys. Let's stack this. We need to stack the border correctly. When I get some more army corps, probably spread them out thinly over here. They need to be stacked really heavily on the border here, though. So move everybody where they need to be. When it comes time for combat, I'll move in the panzer divisions, because they're going to go here and here. And the first attack will probably be infantry. Because of the delay between attacks, the infantry can break through the front lines, and then the tanks can come in and roll through. Sounds good to me, right? Alright, and this is going to go... Well, oh, you know what? It's not going to let me attach it to this one because it's not on a... Oh, God, that's so stupid. That is something that's really... Especially if you're playing as, like, England or US or something like that. You know, other countries that aren't pretty much, you know, all landlocked like this, where you're not landlocked, but where they have, you know, a lot of overseas stuff. Like, if you made something, if you're playing as England and you wanted to place some troops someplace else, basically they would only let you put them in your home. And I guess it makes sense, kind of. Basically, anything that's not attached to your main land, you won't be able to place units in. And I mean, I guess I don't like it, but I understand it. I'm not sure how I feel about it, honestly. Alright, let's take a look at production again. So, fire's about to finish. We got some more radar installations going down. Next wave of infantry will be done in February. The Von der Tann is going to be finished in April. Oh, I think we just finished those planes. Yep. Alright, you're gonna go right there. Never feel like in the past, I often... I don't know, like I'll use the Air Force really heavily at first, and then I'll just kind of forget about it. Like, I'll let the English run roughshod with their bombers or something like that. Alright, so the next radar station, I'm going to put where? Well, we already have one on this side. Why don't we put one over on this side? Let's go right here. I mean, it's really strong over there as it is. Okay, Japan enforced Shanxi. I think that's how that's pronounced, Shanxi. Those have got to be finishing up. Oh yeah, they're kind of staggered because I guess they finished at slightly different times. Yeah, let's wait for this one to finish and see what it drops down to. 2.33, 2.10 or 01. Apparently, I'm dyslexic. All right, I just saw a pop up. Tactical. Okay, good. Let's actually go through the tech really quick. Anything 1938 that we want, we're gonna want to put in right now. So, desert warfare equipment. That one's going. And I take barrels. Can upgrade our ships if we wanted. Should probably do that. Because our navy is going to be important, especially if we want to do anything interesting with it. Bombers, there's a 38. I'll put that 37 in there. I don't think there's going to be anything in here. Oh, multi-role fighter. Industry, definitely some industry stuff. 38. We're gonna grab those. Grab those. So we're starting to... Let's take these out now, because we're gonna want to free up that research for other stuff. Like this stuff. All this 38 stuff's gotta go in now. Naval, that's all fine, and that's all fine. So now we have 65 projects working, but a lot of those are going to start getting knocked out pretty quickly. So radar installation in Kongsberg. That'll start giving me some good sight on what's going on in Poland and Russia. Hello, telephone. Whew. So I really haven't decided what I'm going to do with this area right here, with Hungary and Romania. Well, I'm pretty sure Romania is going to need to die. Hungary, I would like Hungary to be on my side if they would like to be on my side. Like I said before, sometimes they've annoyed me in the past, though. Or like I went when I started the invasion of, I think I remember what it was. There was like a rebellion down here on their border, and then they are the one that they attacked the guy and basically like chased him up into Germany. So the guy was conquering German territory as he was retreating, going through empty provinces, and then they were chasing him up through those provinces, and then they would then after the rebellion ended, they got control of those provinces because they basically just followed them through, because it went from German hands to like rebel hands to Hungarian hands, and it never reverted back to Germany. So I had these little tendrils of Hungarian land going through my territory. It was weird. All right, what do we got here? Oh, that looks a little earlier than I expected, but we just took Austria. There we go. We just annexed Austria. We're going to keep the Gebelgräersjäger. I don't know how to pronounce that. These are German mountain troops. We're definitely going to keep these guys. So let's take them. Let's put them here for now. I think, should we keep these guys? Let's keep these guys. This is S. I think this is this SS? No, that's just regular. That's just motorized. Let's keep these guys for now. There's the. I knew there were some SS guys somewhere. Let's keep those guys for now. Interceptors, they're going to fly up here. Going to rebase to there. There we go. Merge those together. So now we have another group of 3 interceptors there. The descent is very high, so we're going to need to take care of that. Which means pretty simple. All you got to do is go whoop, like that. And then crank up the speed for a bit. And that'll start going down. Ooh, look at that, though. We're starting to get low on officers. So, technology, let's crank that up a little bit higher. Let's go to 4.5. 12.2 officers each day. Okay. Hopefully that'll be enough. You know, I've been doing a ton, a ton of increasing the size of my armed forces. So that's what that's going to be from. Right, these guys are almost done. Radar installations are going to be a little while. They're getting really cheap to build, though. I think they started out at like 5. The Von der Tann will be finished in April. Are we I was gonna say, are we running out of ICs because I have so much? I have about 40 devoted to this right here. Oh shit! Hang on a sec. I don't know if you could hear that, but they're doing some yard work outside my apartment right now, so I just had to close my door. Hope that didn't. I feel like that did get picked up on the recording, but I don't know. I won't know until later when I go to edit this. Oh, and I just realized we are about half an hour in right now, so I'm going to end this episode right here. If you have enjoyed it, our build up to war and our taking of Austria down here, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.